Hello, welcome back to our lightsaber series. Today we're going to be adding some, probably the final details onto our lightsaber. And then once we've finished this lightsaber, what I'm going to do is go through another one just so you can see a range of different designs and features we can add and how we might go about doing that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to this is I'm going to add a couple of features to the bottom here, to this, plain cylindrical section. And the way I'm going to do that is with use the circular pattern tool around here. I'm going to do something slightly different for this. Um, and the first thing I want to do is I want to make a plane that is exactly or near enough halfway through this section here. Now, I'm not going to do this, but if you go back into your very original sketch by double clicking it, we only put 2 dimensions on, and that sort of scaled up the whole thing for us, and it worked quite nicely. Um, what I might want to do is I might just want to go into some of these dimensions I want to change, I want to specify, and just make sure they're a nice round number. So I might change that to 15, and it shouldn't do anything. It should just scooch that up a bit so that we've got a nice round number there. So I know where to position my plane. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this flat surface here, or as near a flat surface as you can get. And once I've done that, I'm going to click the plane button. And that's going to put a new plane in for me to sketch on so that I can draw sort of midway through the shape without starting at the top or the bottom or an existing flat surface. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag that to near enough halfway through my flat. And um, I know that this was 15, so I want to change that to 7.5, and that's going to position this plane exactly halfway down this section that I'm working on. Okay, what I'm going to do now is look from the bottom up, because I want to be looking up. I want to be clicking on that plane one that I've just made, looking at the base, pressing N, and that should snap me so I'm looking straight at this, um, like upwards at the lightsaber. Okay, I'm going to put a few triangles in here, and the easiest way to do that, I reckon, is I can start down here. I can go up. It doesn't really matter how far I go up. I come down just as long as I'm in this blue section, just as long as I'm going beyond this border. That should be fine, because all this part's going to be hidden. It's just going to be this bit that's sitting proud. I'm just going to trim that, and I'm going to mirror that. So click on the mirror tool, click on the mirror line, the thing I want to mirror it around. Then I just select everything, and it pings it across. Um, Trim out that center line, and all I'm going to do now is put a fillet, a sketch fillet on this part. Um, I don't want it too sharp, I want it quite rounded, so I think that's going to be all right. And if we rotate ourselves round and look at it, I've now got the shape that's sitting proud, um, and I can then extrude it, and I'm going to extrude it symmetrically by 10. I'm going to see what that looks like. Making sure you're clicking symmetry or symmetric. What that's going to do is it's going to put half above and half below that line. Okay, I'm going to click the tick, and then I'm just going to put some fillets on the edge. And you won't be able to see these too big, most likely. I'm going to make them 1 mil. You should see that rounds off those sharp edges nicely. Maybe I'll get away with 2 mil. Let's have a look. No, 1.5 perhaps. There we go. Okay, so I've got this feature sticking out. And what I'm going to do now, I've got this feature on the new plane. I can circular pattern this. So circular pattern, um, features to pattern, because I'm not adding a new part. It's going to be a new feature on the existing part. And that's going to be um, the fillet and the extrude. The axis of the pattern, I'm going to click on my little Pac-Man symbol there. And I'm just going to set the origin, making sure, or just one of the circles I've got going round, as long as it follows the same center line. I've got 4 there. Let's try what 6 looks like this time. I think we did 8 before. 6 looks fine. 6 looks all right. So now I've got that extra detailing on the inside. or on the outside of this bottom section. And to just make it a bit more interesting, what I can do is in between the gaps, I'm just going to put an extrude remove in. So I'm going to sketch a circle on. Ooh, what I'm going to do, probably what I'm going to have to do is make a new plane for this if I'm doing a remove. So I'm going to look at my front plane, or I'm going to make a new plane. Oh, let's just get that lined up. I'm going to make a new plane that's sitting just off the edge of my design, so it's always outside my design, and click the tick. So this is going to be plane 2. I'm going to click on plane 2, press N, so I'm looking straight at my design. I'm going to sketch. I'm going to sketch a circle. You can sketch whatever you like. You might want to sketch something a little bit more interesting. And on this center line somewhere, I'm just going to do that sketch, making sure it's, well, I'm going to make sure it's in the middle. So 7.5 mil from either the top or bottom. I'm going to just make that 8, so it's a nice round number. And I'm going to extrude it just a tiny bit. I'm going to extrude remove it. So let's try 5 mil, see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Again, maybe put a 1 mil fillet. Am I going to get away with that? Probably not. 0.5. Yeah. And again, I'm going to circular pattern that. So circular pattern, feature pattern. Just select my fillet and my extrude axis. Click any of the circles that go around my shape. I'm going to make that 6, and you should see that that circle appears in between each of the triangles that we drew. So I've got quite a complex base now. I've got a lot going on down there. And now we're going to do a couple of removes on this section as well. So I'm going to hopefully make it look a bit more interesting now. I'm going to click on my front view. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to click on my plane 2 that I'm going to do and look at it. And this time I'm going to draw a center rectangle inside and going all the way across this section here. Okay. And now I've not dimensioned this, so I don't know exactly how big it is. What I can do, however, is I can project this line here. That's going to make it part of my active sketch, and I can see how big this is. To actually edit it, I'd need to go back into my original sketch, but I can see it's about 11. That means that we want this to be probably about 5 mil. And all I'm going to do, to make sure it is in the middle, I'm going to make sure that the bottom of this line is 4 mil away from the bottom of the rectangle, and the top of the rectangle is 4 mil away from the top of that line. That should make this about 3 or 4 mil. Yeah, 3.1 mil, that's fine. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to extrude it. I'm going to click remove. I'm going to look at my front view so I can see how far I'm going in here. And I think that's going to be all right. I don't want it to go in too far, but I do want a little slot just so we're adding something a little bit different. And then I'm going to mirror this feature. So I'm going to click my mirror tool. I'm going to click on the right entities to mirror. So it's going to be a feature. I'm going to mirror, not a part. I'm going to mirror that extrude that I've just done in this panel. Mirror plane. Because it is a plane, I want to do it around the right plane. I can just click on the right plane. Reapply features. And hopefully, yeah, there we go. We've got that slot coming in there. Okay, and again, I'm going to see what fillets I can get away with. I should get away with 1 mil, I reckon, on all these surfaces. I could have done this before I mirrored it, but there's no harm in doing it after instead. There we go. So now I've got that slot there, which I don't know what the function for these things is going to be. The more functions and the more complex you make it, the more impressive it's going to look. Okay, so there's one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to click on a flat plane. I'm going to do the one with the button on. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say make section view. This is going to enable me to hide everything above it and just look straight down at it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sketch a shape that I'm going to circular pattern around 1, 2, 3 of these sides. And this is going to be not a flat shape that comes out like our button that comes out right from the middle. It's actually going to follow the curvature of the shape that we've got. So I'm working on this orange section. This is the surface I'm working on. What I'm going to do a sketch from the middle, and that's going to sit just between this line and this line. So I'm going to put it about there. And we can see if we can get a nice round number to space that out with. I'm going to do 5mm. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line straight down from the origin. I'm going to draw a second line that comes out somewhere over here, making sure the angle's not too steep. I'm going to do a mirror. So I'm going to use this as my mirror line. And I'm going to click on the one line I've already drawn. So I've got like this wedge shape, this cheese shape. And what I'm going to do then, I'm going to get rid of everything that is outside this section. So this curved rectangle quadrant and this quadrant. So what I mean by that, I'm going to click my trim tool. I'm going to get rid of 1, 2, 3 lines over here. I'm going to get rid of this line over here. I'm going to get rid of my line I've just drawn over here. What I also need, sorry that I forgot, is I need to draw a second line, just a second arc, just to cover the outer section of this polygon I'm making. So it's a closed shape, and then I'm going to do, once I've got this closed shape, so 2 lines and 2 concentric circles, I'm going to do an extrude, remove. Let's go 30. That's a nice round number. Click the tick. Again, put fillets on my edges, no harm in that. And then I can do a circular pattern tool. So I'm going to go back to feature again. Feature to pattern is going to be the fillet and the extrude. Axis is going to be any one of my circles that I've got. Now it's going to default to 4. I don't want 4. I actually want 3, but I don't want in fact, I could have. That might actually look good, but I don't want it to occur on this instance, on the third instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that to 3. It's going to default, by default, evenly space it. But what I want is in my angle, because I only want it to go 3/4 of the way around the circle, I'm going to change that to 270. And it's not quite done what I want there. 180. There we go. And I can just change the direction so that I get that appearing on 3 faces other than 1. So it's only continued that pattern 180 degrees rather than 360 around the circle. If I click the tick there, and then right click on this surface again, the shaded surface, and click turn off section view, I get everything back plus my pattern that I've done halfway down my handle. Right, okay, folks, we're going to leave it there today. Hopefully, you've got your own design going and it's looking awesome, and you've got several features on there. And hopefully, this has taught you how to put a few of these features in and make it look realistic. And I hope you've got your own design going. If you've got any questions, please drop a comment. If you've liked the video and you found it useful, please drop a like. If not, we'll just finish this in the next video, I think. And then what I'm going to do, just to give you a bit more insight, I'm going to do another lightsaber based on a different design. And hopefully that's going to use a few more features in a few more different ways. And we'll be able to get a full accoutrement of tools and skills in there. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.